Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. You join us for this one-day match between Bangladesh and India. I'm Mike Atherton, and joining me for what should be an exciting contest.
Well, that's the obvious decision. Don't think a captain has had an easier choice to make. The bowlers are going to need a lot of luck on this kind of pitch.
The players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Lovely shot to start the innings. Unfortunate they just couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Waiting.
There'll be runs here.
Keeper.
Very nice running there. Nothing too fancy. Just good solid running to get things started. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
End of the over. Bangladesh are none for two. The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Das shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yeah.
There'll be one run here for them.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
They'll get at least one. Nice solid defensive shot.
Yeah.
Nice shot, runs possible. Finds the fielder with that shot.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over. Going with pace now.
Fast bowler comes into the attack.
Yeah.
Big edge. Where's that going?
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yeah.
Huge edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Great shot. Not sure anyone can get round to the vacant third man.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You really can't bowl like that. It got what it deserved.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yep.
Nicely played.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle and it raced to the boundary.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yeah, yeah.
Big edge.
Keeper.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yeah, yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Waiting.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Great shot there to get the century.
What an exhilarating innings it's been. 100 and in quick time too.
Doesn't beat the infield. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect technique and placement.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Over. Bangladesh are 5 for 317. We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Wait on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Drives and misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach. Nice
shot.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Iqbal, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Great shot.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yeah.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. The left arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Got that away nicely.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Misses everything.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Balling.
Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras. Super shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yeah. No.
Misses out there on the short wide one.
Yep, yep.
Good bit of timing there.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong and it's going to take something special to break it up.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yeah.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Great shot, great timing.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait on.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, confidence is high out in the middle.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Absolutely nailed it.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watch that in awe.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Got all of it, and for 6.
Really good innings to bring up the half century. Impressive batting, and they'll want to push on from here.
Rahman from North End.
Wait there.
Straight to the fielder.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yeah.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
Rahman shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Brilliant shot that.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Shots are certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. That's 2 boundaries in 2 balls.
Yeah.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than... expected.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one.
Yeah.
Too many loose deliveries. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off the pads and take the easy runs. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. It whizzed past the batsman, and the umpire says that's the first of 2.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
And that brings up the 100-run partnership for these two.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep, yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. Needs to be on target.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Pierced the gap and gets their first runs.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. India are 1 for 101.
Yep. No.
Could be close.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
What a shot. Drifts down leg and punched away. All the way for 4.
Just strayed a little bit to the leg side, and that's been thrashed away through the onside.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Got the head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep. No, no, no. Nice bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Rahman has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Yep. No. Nice bowling.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
It was a very, very good shot, presenting a straight bat, simple execution, and back past the bowler.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Confused on what that delivery was meant to be. Terrible bowling.
Right out of the middle.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Waiting. Yeah.
Nicely played.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Yeah.
Great shot through the gap.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Yeah.
They'd look for a couple here.
Good throw from the deep. Bang on target.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot. Good running.
23 runs added in that over. India are 1 for 151.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yeah.
Nicely clipped off the pads.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Nice bowling.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
just about timed that perfectly.
The batsman brings up their century.
This has been a great knock, using all the shots available, plenty of boundaries, and not really giving the bowlers much of a look in. A superb century.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
1 for 164.
Yep, yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Middle that one. Great timing.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Iqbal, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Got hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
Through the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
2 boundaries in a row. Time to just focus on line and length again.
Yeah.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Well timed,
Yep, yep.
but there's a fielder out there. A direct hit and this could be gone.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have... been...
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
181.
Yep, yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yeah.
Times it nicely.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Misses everything.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Good batting, lovely timing. Hardly even lent on it. Was always headed for the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Nice shot.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
Solid defence, very compact.
Ah, negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That shot brings up the half century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start. That is an amazing half century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
End of the over. India are 1 for 203. Perfect technique and placement.
That really wasn't a great delivery, seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly, and placed into the gap.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Ahmed is finding it difficult to contain this pair at the moment. My advice would be to go back to your stock delivery and move on from there.
Yeah.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep. Keep us in.
That's the over. India are 1 for 222. Rahman, the left-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Time that brilliantly.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Brilliant shot that.
Overpitched and punched down the ground. Brilliant batting.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing, lovely front foot shot that has raced to the boundary.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
That was just a super shot. The delivery was fine. Great line and length, but just put away.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Ahmed from the south end.
Yep.
This should be close.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Good bit of timing there.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily.
Yep.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Got to the boundary, last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Yeah.
Great shot. A couple on offer here. That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
That's the 150. It's been a tremendous batting display. The bowlers have been hit all around the park. This innings is getting better and better. 150 now with wonderful cricket. It's a stunning knock.
Waiting.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yeah.
Got that away nicely.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond. Needs to be on target.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Drives and misses everything.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
It's a fantastic century. There's been some masterful strokes. It's been composed throughout.
Yeah.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yep.
Time that perfectly.
And the 200-run partnership up for these two batsmen.
Yep. No.
There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Rahman shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Nicely played.
And that marks the end of the match. India have taken the victory. Thank you very much for joining us here for this match.
A brilliant batting effort gets them home easily in the end. A fabulous all-round performance in what has been a dominant display.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you soon.